Hello everybody, this is Monty with Flowers by the Bunch. Today we are going to work on a memorial service arrangement. It's actually a cremation service. We are going to make a wreath that goes around the urn, and we are going to use artificial fall toned flowers. So we are so excited to get started. I'm starting out with a wreath form. This is just a ring, a styrofoam ring. We actually just had this in our supply closet. So I'm going to take this green styrofoam ring, and I'm starting out with some leather leaf. This is artificial leather leaf, and I am going to take it. I also have my glue pan. I'm going to take my wire snips, and I am going to cut up this leather, dip each little stem down into the glue, and I am going to glue all the way around this wreath form with leather leaf. Now I just need to make sure that I am covering up these mechanics. I have plenty of flowers, so it doesn't have to be just a solid greened in wreath. I just want to make sure that I am covering the mechanics. You just don't want it all to show. So I'm taking that leather leaf and using my wire snips and cutting it up. So this was one bundle of silk leather leaf, and one bundle is 12 stems. I just took and cut those into 3 different pieces, each stem into 3 pieces, and I am just going all the way around in this foam and trying to cover the foam some. Alright, so there is our leather leaf all the way around in that foam. Okay, next we're going to come in with flowers. Let's see. I have beautiful fall flowers. Okay, we're going to come in with our larger blooms first. So I have some pretty sunflowers. We have some maroon colored peonies. We have a creamy colored dahlia, which is really pretty, kind of a peachy creamy colored dahlia. A few more suns, and then we have some orange colored garden looking roses that are so beautiful. So we're going to start out with our largest blooms first because they will fill up some of the space, and then we'll come in with our smaller blooms. So I'm going to take my sunflowers. I'm going to cut them fairly short. I'm going to dip those in glue and press them right into that foam. And we're going all the way around with these flowers. And you can see me kind of twirling that glue. I'm just pulling those glue strings off. I'm going to cut these 2. These are just buds from those suns. I'm going to cut them a little shorter. And just tuck those in. I'm going to take a second stem of sunflowers. I don't know that we're going to use all 3 stems. I'm going to keep one to the side. And again, just repeat. We're just filling in the space. So there's our sunflowers kind of all the way around. And next we're going to come in with, I've got a bud here. We'll come in with our maroon maroon peonies. So I'm just taking them and I'm going to cut all those blooms off pretty short because I don't need them very long. Pull that greenery up on that stem. Be sure to pull off any tags. I'm going to take each stem, dip it in that glue. And I just want to take each of those colors and kind of work them all the way through this arrangement. You want that maroon to go all the way around. And the back doesn't have to be quite as pretty as the front, but I just want pretty flowers all the way around. So there's our maroon tucked in. Next we're going to come in with our peachy colored dahlias. Again, I'm just going to move that foliage up to the top of that stem. Take your snips, cut those off. Take it, dip it, and tuck that in. I love this dahlia. It's so pretty. All right, there's our dahlias. Next we're going to come in with our pretty orange colored roses. These are my favorite. So I'm going to take those, cut them pretty short. I'm leaving that pretty greenery on those roses. I think it's just such a pretty foliage, and it adds to the arrangement. So if you can save the foliage on these flowers, I think it really does add to the arrangement. And I think that's with a fresh or a faux. I think that's with really any arrangement that you make. If you can save some of that foliage on those flowers, leave it on. And then you don't have to spend quite so much on all of the mixed greens. All right, so we have all of our larger blooms in place. It's kind of pretty all the way around. Okay, so I ordered these smaller bushes that came in all of these pretty autumn colors. So I'm just going to take those and I'm going to cut them apart using my wire snips. And I'm going to do that with 4 bundles. All right, so I just cut up all of those. I cut all the blooms. And so all I'm going to do, I'm going to set them to the side so I know what I have here. I'm just going to take the individual stems, dip them in glue, and press those right into that floral foam. And we just want to fill it up really full. I love these colors. They're just so pretty. It's so funny. Often I'll wear a blouse that matches the colors that I'm working with. course, the front is the most important because this is going to be the focal point here, okay? So I have to make sure that I get that part really full and pretty. But we do want the blooms kind of all the way around. I love those berries that came on that little bush. I like texture. I think texture is so important in an arrangement. Look at those, that pretty mom, such a pretty color. Okay, I'm going to turn around my arrangement and make sure, because this is going to be the front side, you can see I have it pretty on all the way around. It's really pretty all the way around. But because this is going to be the front, I want to make sure that it is extra special. So I'm going to take, and it's just, this is one of those things where you just keep layering until you're happy. Of course, you need to make sure you get your money right. That's important. Don't put too much in it that you don't get the cost right. All right, so there is the front of our arrangement. It's really pretty and full. Okay, next they saw a picture that they really liked that had some height on one side. So we're gonna take, this is called Monkey Tail Pomus, and it's a fun little painted or tinted pompous. I have it in this pretty green, but I also have it in this pretty golden color. So let's try the green. I'm just going to take it and break it and press it in. I'm not going to glue it in right away because we may decide to change it. But the arrangement showed, and I showed her all of these materials and she was very pleased. So the picture that she really liked had these flowers. I think that it was delphinium or larkspur off to one side, and that's what she really liked. Because this is a beautiful autumn, I showed her, and this is faux, I showed her this dried material and she was pleased with it. I almost think, why don't we go with both colors? And what I'll do is once I've decided that I really like that, I'll come back and glue them in. Okay, so there's our height to one side. I do like that we used both colors in it because I really think that the golden color complements all the colors in the arrangement. So I really do like that. The last thing we're gonna do for this arrangement is we're gonna add a little bit of pretty foliage. I don't even know the variety that this is supposed to be, but just a really pretty greenery. These are larger branches that I'm going to take and I'm going to cut apart so that I can put them in just small little pieces into this arrangement. So I'm just going to cut them into about 4 pieces each. So just take and cut them up. And we are just going to place them into this arrangement, just kind of here and there, just to give a little bit of an added texture. I really like how pretty this greenery is. So I'm just going to take and dip each stem right down into my glue. I may put a little over here and give it some height with our sticks sticking up. The wonderful part about this piece is that it's not going to die. You know, a lot of times when using fresh flowers, they just don't last quite as long as some people would like. And so they were excited to do something in faux that would be more of a longer lasting arrangement. And so we were happy to make a beautiful faux arrangement for them. All right, and there is our finished faux arrangement for a cremation service. Guys, thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you have not already subscribed to our channel, be sure to do that. Hit that subscribe button right down below. If you'll hit the bell, you'll get notifications for when we have a new video. Guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you real soon.